Hey guys, today we're going to be working on this little mini spin pull sequence, really focusing on the pole hang here in the beginning, but we're also going to add on a little pull sit, and then we're going to finish in a bracket grip hold. This one's nice by itself, but it's also a great one for training spin pull for my friends who may be a little bit newer. So let's start with the pole hang. So for this one, we're going to talk about our body first. So I want to keep a really tight core. I want to think about bringing my legs back. I'm going to use the glutes to do this, almost like an arabesque position. And then I also want to think about arching here. I had a pole teacher call this the banana pose. So think about arching your back like a banana. Now the arms are reaching overhead, and I really want to think about pulling down all the way through the lats. So in this exercise here, I'm lifting my heels off of the ground. A really common mistake when I have students do this exercise is they'll just kind of stand up and down on their tiptoes like this. So don't do that. Make sure that when you reach up, you're actively pulling yourself up and down the pole, sort of like a pull-up. When I reach up to grab the pole, I'm also having a little bit of a micro bend on that inside arm, so I can really engage the biceps as well. Sometimes people reach too high, and then it's going to be really hard to reach the outside hand over, so a little bit of a micro bend in that inside arm is key. So coming into this one, I'm bringing my inside hand to the pole. I'm going to step off my inside foot. Outside hand's going to reach above inside, then I'm going to push off of that inside foot, engage the core, bring the legs back, arch the body, and bam, that is going to be my pull hang. To come down for now, you can just bring the feet back down to the floor. The next thing we're going to focus on is going to be our bracket grip. So the bracket grip is when one forearm is pressing against the pole and the other arm is high, just like I'm demonstrating here. So I really want to make sure I bring that elbow across the pole to press in. You can see I'm kind of exaggerating it there, and that's just going to help keep my body away from the pole. As I'm holding the spin by itself, I'm thinking strong core, and you can bring the feet down whenever you're ready to exit. Now before we put everything together, let's look at some common errors and how we can fix them. So the first big do not do with the pole hang is going to be to not control that core. You can see I'm kind of wildly flailing around there. So what I wanted to correct this is really engage the core, engage the upper body muscles. So inside hand low, outside hand above. My core is now engaged. I'm pressing the pole right down the center of my body, feet are back, and that's going to fix that first issue. The second thing that tends to go wrong is that people will let their legs fall in towards the pole. And what this does is actually make your body heavier, and it makes it harder to control. If you bring the legs out, it's really going to help tap into that centrifugal force, and you're actually going to feel lighter. So again, here's the correction. When you step into it, make sure you're using the glutes to bring those legs out, arching the body to help with this. And again, when you're ready, just bringing those feet down to the ground. And the last thing to avoid with this pole hang is to hang out of the shoulders. So we don't want to do this. This could actually be a little bit dangerous. So instead what we want to do is really think about engaging the biceps, engaging the lats, actively pulling down. The minute that we feel we start to sink into the shoulders, we should bring the feet back down to the floor. And you can practice those little exercises I showed earlier to make sure you have the strength to do this move. Now the most common error with our bracket grip spin is to bring the arm around the pole like this instead of behind it. So to fix this, all you're going to do is take that forearm, make sure the elbow is over on one side, hand is on the other, and really press in so that when you spin, the body stays away from the pole. And now let's bring it all together, the whole enchilada. So we're going to start here in our pole hang, legs are back. From there, I'm going to pull into a pole sit. I have a whole video on that. If you're not familiar, I'll link it below. And then I'm going to take my outside hands, I'm going to bracket grip, and I'm going to bring same side foot as arm that's bracketed down to pivot to stand. Hope you enjoyed this beginner spin pull sequence. Thanks for watching.